Hello again, everybody. It's Doris again at DF Designs. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all the support of the people that watch me. Today's kind of experiment is based on something that I saw Susan King do. I will put a link to her channel below. It's called Art by Susan King. And she did a balloon smash, and then on top of the balloon smash, she did a chain pull to do some flowers. But she did hers in acrylics. So you know me, I gotta try it in resin. So I got 4 colors here. I got Cranberry by Just Resin. I have got Lemon Yellow by Just Resin. This is open because I had to stir it a little bit. It looked a little solid. Breakfast at Tiffanys by Just Resin. And then I got the white. Let me turn it around here. I got the white titanium white by Just Resin. Anyway, I'm going to attempt to do first a balloon smash all over this, and then I'm going to do a chain pull with the cranberry on top of it to make some flowers. I thought the Breakfast at Tiffanys and the lemon yellow would look good in the background as you know, the background colors, and then the cranberry being darker would look better as the flowers on top. I probably mixed way too much resin, but I mean, you know, it's always better to have too much than too little. One of these days I'm going to start finishing up all those shot glasses that I did, because that's where I pour most of my extra resin, unless I got enough to do coasters. Why is it I can't never think of my words? Okay, let me do the Breakfast at Tiffanys first so I can get it closed. I don't have a whole lot in each cup, so I don't need a whole lot of color either. Okay, there's the Breakfast at Tiffanys. Now, when you stir your pigments in the jar with your stick, you get a lot of it sticking to the stick itself. So, as you start mixing it like this, scrape your stick and get the solid pigments off of the stick so it'll get down on the resin. Because as you're stirring, for some reason, it doesn't really come off of the stick that well. Maybe because it's thicker than the resin itself. Okay, there's my Breakfast at Tiffanys. That's going to be for the part of the balloon smash. I'm going to do, even though I got this primed white, okay, come on, jar. I'm going to do white on the background, but I didn't want cells, so I'm using the Just Resin titanium white. I'm hoping I don't get a lot of cells, but I mean, we'll see. You know, it's an experiment. We have no idea what it's going to do. So there's my white. Sorry that I turn on the camera before I start mixing, but I want you to, I don't want to get my camera all dirty with the resin on my gloves, so I turn it on before my gloves get all sticky. I do mix my resin off camera because I use Stone Coat's Countertops Art Coat resin, which has a very long working time, over 45 minutes you have to work with it. And it's got low VOCs. I mean, there's no bubbles as I'm mixing this up. It's unbelievable. And then I think that, yeah, that's the one that's got the UV protection. The only thing it doesn't have that the regular countertop resin has, it doesn't have the heat resistance. Okay, there's my yellow. This is going to be kind of like some spring colors in the background, which will make me happy because right now we've had so much snow and so low of wind chills that it's unbelievable. I do have some new colors coming with Just Resin, so I ordered them the other day because there was a gold powder they had that was just absolutely to die for. And I just want to see how the powder looks. Because I watched another artist use it, and she did amazing things with it. But then, we've always said she can't do anything ugly, so everything she does looks amazing. I don't think I've used this cranberry yet. This is going to be the flower color with the chain. Okay. Now I'm getting all my colors mixed up. I also got, instead of doing my alcohol wipes, I pulled out some baby wipes because I don't know how muddled the colors are going to get on the balloon. I couldn't find a bowl, so I got a little tiny plate to pour it on. And I'm going to do the put the balloon in the paint, or in the resin, excuse me, and then do my balloon smashes on top of this. And I might have to wipe it off a couple of times in between. Okay, there's my chain color. Here's my background color. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Oh, I am so sorry about that. I forgot to show you how yesterday's turned out. Let me see if I can reach it back here. Come on. This is the flip cup that I did. You can see a little bit of the yellow coming in the back, coming through the colors. And that's got that pretty coral in there that I got from Sherry's Creative. It's A1 Pigments is what it is. Okay, let me put this over here and this over here so they're out of the way. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is, I'm using plastic cups because I just have a bunch of them to use up. I'm going to do a light background of white all over this. So resin needs other resin underneath it to be able to slide. Okay, I don't need to use all of it. Now, the little trick I told you about the heat gun. Don't point it at your piece when you first turn it up. Where's my switch? When you first turn it on, okay? Point it away from the piece. Let the air in the air gun, in the heat gun, blow out the little dust bunnies that are inside it before you do any blow the dust bunnies on your piece. Now I'm just going over this really super quick just to pop the bubbles and to heat it up a little bit so I can move it all over the place. I have a tendency, I prefer using my fingers to move it up to the edge. This has got like a decorative edge on it, so I'm trying not to, I probably will end up having drips going over the edge, but I'm trying not to. I look at it this way, if I get the drips and it doesn't cover enough of it, I can just paint over it before I do my top coat, my clear coat on top. And these little leveling tables that I made, which go backwards in my videos to, trying to remember. I think it was the one that I did the cloud effect record album. Anyway, go backwards and look at it in there, and below that video is a link. I'm pretty sure I put it in there. If I didn't, I'll go back and check to make sure I put the link in there. Okay, I don't want it's already starting to drip off the edge. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have any bare spots. And I'm hoping that the white mixes with the colors a little bit. It's not really that thick. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't have any bare spots on my canvas. Scrape off the excess resin onto that. Okay, now the way she did her balloon smashes with a bowl, but I couldn't find a bowl today, so I am using a plate. It's just a disposable plate, and I'm just gonna do a puddle of yellow and a puddle of the Breakfast at Tiffany's. And see what it does. I didn't want to do more colors because more colors doesn't look good sometimes in resin. Okay. I got the resin on here. Now let's see what the balloon smash does. I will have to blow them around a little bit. Now I got the baby wipe here, so I can kind of clean off the little bit of excess color. Looks pretty on the balloon. Okay. I'm getting too much white. Okay, I need a little bit more yellow on here because I'm losing my yellow. That yellow looks a little transparent too. And let me add a little bit more of the Breakfast at Tiffany's on here. I probably will scrape whatever's left on the plate. I'll probably scrape it off into a mold. Okay. And let me get a clean spot of the baby wipe. Reason I'm using a balloon instead of the ball I did in that one balloon smash video is because I can throw this away. Now resin doesn't react like acrylic paints do. Now I want to kind of overlap them a little bit. I can see my white going away from the edge, so I'm going to have to maybe add a little bit more. Okay, I want to now see, got resin all over my gloves, fresh baby wipe. I was smart, I took a couple baby wipes out of the container, so, and left just the corner up there so I didn't have to worry about trying to rip them apart. Okay, now let me do a little bit of heat on it. See, the resin doesn't exactly go out as much as the acrylics, but it still looks pretty as a background. Okay, now I'm going to try blowing them just a little bit. Just to get a little movement out of them. Sorry, I'm concentrating on making sure I don't keep my heat in one spot for too long. Okay, one thing I've got to do is I've got to get some of this resin. I see a couple of bare spots. I might have picked up some of the white with the balloon. I don't know. Okay, I can see that I should have a little bit more white over here. Goes very, very bare right there. Okay, hopefully I don't block the camera, but I do see some more bare spots. So I'm going to have to get in here and put some resin down on them. This is why I didn't pour all of it out. I probably should have poured it all out, then maybe I wouldn't have these bare spots on the edge. Well, you live and learn, right? Alright, like I say in my description below, I'm no expert at resin. I am just showing you what I have learned from other artists. Okay, now let's see how the chain works. Now, I did the chain double the size of the length of the canvas. This is the chain that I'm using. I really cannot tell you where I got it. I probably got it off of AliExpress. Wait a minute, I need my stick. No, I don't. My chain's falling in there. Now you want to leave just a little tail. And I'm kind of wiping it off just a little bit so it doesn't drip. Now it's stuck to my glove. Great. Here we go. Okay. I wanted to do one big one. I'm no good at chain pulls, I tell you. I want to get a little bit more resin right here. Probably should have had a pipette handy to do this, but this is going to look like a wonky flower. I can see it now because I don't have my chain in the right directions. Okay, here we go. Now when you do a chain pull, I do know this. You need to pull straight down towards the middle. Ooh, pretty flowers. You want to pull exactly straight down. Now I have a cup over here that I'm going to put the chain in. And then I'm going to put some alcohol in there. I didn't have my alcohol open because I am using baby wipes and not an alcohol rag to clean my gloves. So that's to hopefully get rid of what resin might be on the chain. Okay, now I got a little bit shorter of a chain because I wanted to try to do some flowers on either side, but I don't know if I have enough room on this one. But we will find out. Okay, clean off my gloves so I don't drip. Now I'm letting it set just a little bit for the resin to mix in with the other resin. Okay, here we go. Straight down. I may not need to do some little tiny pieces of chain. I don't know, I gotta look at it when I get this done, and then I can see some more bare spots over here that I'm gonna have to add some more white to. I think it's turning out cute. I've always loved these flowers. This was one of the very first acrylic pours that I had learned how to do when I first started. But there's an old saying. They say that acrylic pouring is the, for lack of better terminology, it's the gateway drug to resin pouring. Once you learn how to do pouring with acrylics and you start doing it with resin, you never go back to acrylics, and that's true. I have never went back to acrylics. Okay. Okay, straighten down. And you know what? I'm going to call this one done, except for the places where I have to add some more white. Yes, I got quite a bit of resin left over, but I didn't know how much I was going to need. I am going to hit it with the heat gun to get rid of the bubbles. So I got quite a bit of resin left. Oh, crap. Sorry. Didn't mean to. I don't know if the word crap is something you can't say on YouTube, but my chair wouldn't pull forward. Okay, let me do a little bit of white around the edge to fill in these little dry spots I see. I do see bubbles, so I got bubbles I got to get rid of too. Okay, I'm going to get rid of the bubbles. Hopefully I got rid of all my dry spots. I'll find out here in a minute. I don't want to tilt it, so I may go in there with my stick to add a little bit more white. See, I'm not that great at the edge part yet, so I'm having a hard time not having dry spots if I don't put enough resin on. I have a couple of paintings I gotta try to figure out what to do about dry spots on the edges. Some of them were on a canvas that a very, very cheap type of canvas, not even a student grade. I think I got them at Target. And oops, I see a little bit of a hole right there. I do see some fuzzies in there I'm going to have to get rid of. Let me push the white right up to that. This was probably not the best type to do it on, but I had this one prepped already. It was wood to begin with. I think I got this at Lowe's. And to prep the wood, first thing I always do is I always seal it with something clear, and I usually use the Minwax. And then I do all the edges, front and back, to make sure that it has no way for air to escape from the wood, because if you don't have the wood sealed properly, air will leak up and you will have bubbles for a long time, and then you'll end up having to sand it and do a couple of coats of clear on top. So I've always just gotten into the habit of sealing it with the clear min wax, sanding it to give it a smooth surface, and then doing the color on it, because sometimes I do white, sometimes I do black. With resin, I don't want the wood color to show through, so I always put some sort of a color on it. Okay, well, you know what? Except for picking out fuzzies, I'm going to call this one done. Whoops. Well, I'm going to go over it. So, I do thank y'all for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's free. Just hit the subscribe button, and then after you do that, tap the little bell for notifications, so every time I post a video, you'll be notified. That's free too. There's no charge from YouTube to subscribe to a channel or to get notified of the upcoming videos. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Go check out Art by Susan King to see how she did this in acrylics. And I thank y'all for watching. Just watching means a lot to me, because that means that I'm doing something that people want to see. You know, even though I do make a lot of mistakes with it. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I don't know what else to say. You know, put a thumbs up if you like the video. If you didn't like the video, well, I'm sorry. Tell me what I did wrong. You know, but I do make mistakes when I'm doing my art, but we all learn from our mistakes, and hopefully you learn from mine. So anyway, I'm gonna end the video because I don't know what else to really say. I do get tongue-tied when I'm trying to look at the painting to figure out what else I got to do, you know, to finish it off and everything. So, if you enjoyed today's video, thumbs up, people, okay? Thank you all for watching. I love y'all bunches and bunches. I am so thankful for all the support I get from the people that watch my videos, do the thumbs up, and do the comments. I'm starting to get close to 100 subscribers. I may do a giveaway when I reach 100 subscribers. But more about that as I start getting closer, okay? So anyway, thank y'all for watching, and bye for now.